Hello. Hope everybody's having a half decent day today. How's it going, expert? How's it going? Something. Do you prefer Pepsi Train or do you prefer something? Yeah, words are hard. Yeah, I did an earlier stream, but I figured. There you go. There's your gun. Oh man, sorry. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Anyways, how you guys doing today? I don't know, there's been some pretty good gunshots as of late. Actually, the best sound alert was the goat screaming when I was playing Sniper Elite VR. Nice. Hello, Press, how's it going? What's Lunar Client? What's that specifically for? Any of the shadows? Like an assassin. I don't remember much. Minecraft client? I use CurseForge. Excuse me, sorry. Where's my chapstick? There it is. Because the normal launcher got deleted? Can't you just reinstall it? You're not banned, are you? Where's my... Oh. Wasn't very tight, that's why. I don't know why my mic stand keeps loosening up. It got deleted, then you should be able to reinstall it. It's just Lunar is just for vanilla Minecraft, right? Or is it for modded Minecraft? I have no idea. Because if it's just vanilla, you should be able to just go to the Minecraft site and say, hey, download launcher. Also, congrats on the revival, expert. Hey, Nick. What is it? Is something wrong? No, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, right. We were fucking trying to find mask to mask or some shit. You bought this where? Also, the game is a tad loud. Let me turn it down. Little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. Well, stream scripted and he's the main character. You know what I'm a sucker for? This kind of stuff. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Oh yeah, we have to defend the lamest guy in the world. It's something. If you want to ask something like that, and the best way to ask is ask for pronouns. That way, they give you any pronouns. It's the more, it's in my opinion probably the more polite way to say that. Not trying to shut you down, just letting you know that the fuck's sake. I don't know if my neighbors are stupid, but they keep moving this construction pylon just so they can park. Like, if you guys needed to park somewhere, would you move a construction pylon or would you find a safer place to park? Like, when I'm talking construction pylons, I'm talking those tall, like, cylindrical black and orange ones. I'm a cactus. Nice. Why do we keep getting... Which is their option? No idea? Okay. Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to go any less ugly for you. Because I did it. I'm the criminal. Me. He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lorelei Taylor. I admit it. But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but... doesn't mean I didn't commit the crime. I forget, what happens if I do it? Oh, I guess it does kind of work. Also, how's it going, Bait? How you doing today? Normally, when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you, yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please? This guy seriously needs to... oh, wait. Do I still have it? Please tell me I still have it. Yes. It's not... something I told you, if the only time it's on is when you see SR in the title. Oh, save your songs from when... because when games have soundtracks like this, I no need to apologize. I'm just saying, like games like this that have soundtracks, I prefer to keep music off because I like the full experience of listening to like the musics and shit. When it's a game without a soundtrack or a game that I'm playing constantly, then it's a song request day. You want me to confuse you a lot? In what regard? Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, the thief is, me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. She's gonna run me over with a motorcycle. I wish Sphinx was here. Sphinx would be able to translate that. Sphinx did this to me before, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I was supposed to say. Tres tristes, tigres comen trigo en trigal, I think. I think I was close-ish on that. I don't know. I remember Sphinx doing that to me a while ago because we were talking about tongue twisters or something. If you want a really terrible one, then you say this. You say this quickly 10 times. Give me a second. Not a fan of tongue twisters. Yeah. Now you say this one quite quickly. I promise you'll be stumbling. You should get run over by a motorcycle. It would be funny. Maybe when I play GTA. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Damask or not. There's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. We're in courtroom number 6 today. Who the fuck is that prosecutor? Oh, is that Godot? Alright. Now, the court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Am I facing a cyborg? What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Oh, don't tell me this guy is some sort of, like, radical badass. Are you ready to pass judgment? Okay, maybe he's edgy? Oh, no, I'm not. I'll pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. Not yet, Pris. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I'm... Damn, that's some smooth music. I am Godot. Or is it Godo? Let's say Godo. I'm Godo, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. You know, every time I face one of these guys, Edgeworth, Francisca, Godo, like, they've all said, "Oh yeah, I've never lost a case." Like, well, I want a prosecutor that's like, yeah, I've lost a couple cases, but I'm still like fierce, you know. Like, at least I'm not, like, facing some sort of edgy asshole. Sorry, give me a second. Also, this music makes me think I'm gonna get my pants seduced off of me. You are? By who? It better not be Godo. We're in a court of law. Ah. He's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ah. None. Okay, you know what? I like this guy more. He hasn't lost one, because he hasn't taken any. At least he's relatively smart about that. Wait, that means if he's the main antagonist of this game, like, that means he's gonna lose every he's lost every trial he's taken on, which is kind of sad. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never, but you said you never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Ah, don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. This guy's a real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Trite. Nice. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Is this a guy I've sent to prison? Oh, then Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godo, Your Honor. In any case, please give me your opening statement. Please give your opening statement. Fuck, I can't read. Opening statements? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. Okay. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder, how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two? I'm interested in this Godo character. He seems interesting. But at least he has smooth jazz for his theme, that's pretty cool. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Hey, it's Gumshoe, yeah. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. Oh. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking, we're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. So the actual identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Godo. What are you? Fuck, that was smooth. We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godo. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. He's like a male version of Chris. But if instead of it's a mug full of coffee, it'd be a mug full of tea. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please proceed. Very well, it's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Yeah, I could see you catching a sliding cup of tea. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity. All we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. In every pub I go in. Do you mean pub or pud? Oh, okay. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. We've been involved in the investigation from the beginning. Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Svari, author on thieves. Oh, don't fucking start. How dare you go live at 11 a.m. my time. Bitch, it would have been 6 your time. Also, I feel bad for saying that. I'm sorry, Sphinx. An author? He's written books about thieves? Oh, I think he probably meant to say authority. In fact, the fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. Let's press. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal, except for maybe the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Svari, do you? Who is this person? Svari, he sounds German. We went to class when the notif happened. Anyways, we're gonna study physics. Alright. Thanks, Fix. Thanks for being on standby. I hope your studying goes well. Also, you didn't miss much earlier. It was just me doing, art. His name is Luke Atney, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. Seems that you're not the expert you claim to be. Reviewing escape velocity. Nice! Do you get to do, like, projects like sending, like, a small thing into, like, high atmosphere? Or at least past the troposphere? Looks like the thief is toying with me, even now. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? So I can figure out the Schwarzschild radius on my exam if things happen. I think we do 1 second here. Ooh, that sounds like a fun project. Of course I have, except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. Right now I'm just doing math on meth. Nice. I know Pris loves math, so if you need help, just ask her. It's because Detective Atney stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lordly Taylor received authentic? All the cards have one common identifying feature. But we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real. Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mask's emblem. This is his 5th heist and has usually sent a card to Lordly Taylor. It's 5th heist, and your 5th screw-up, huh? Objection, pal. That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. This last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. Well, people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone to hear in the courtroom to know something. If you're getting a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Oh, it looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanon. What's that? Some kind of specially salty teardrop? Isn't the Tear of Emanon like a reference to like Doctor Strange or something? It's like the eye of Aganon or something like that. Yeah. No, sir, it's a blue diamond. A single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bongora. You know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atme retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. The target of his fifth and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. He's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. That's why we're sure it was mask to mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. 100% it's certain it's authentic. There's the fact that he seemed to know all about all the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seemed to fit all those conditions, that's right, it means that the mask to mask is behind it. It definitely looks like it was mask to mask who stole the urn. There's no real evidence the other way as to whether Ron Delight is mask to mask. But also the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know that it was mask to mask that did it, even for the time being, I should try to show that it wasn't mask to mask that did it. What do I have? Is it that the urn has no value? Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. He said he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. Supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Goto, what is the value of that urn? Appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that mask to mask would normally go after. Hey. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of mask to mask. Yes, that is what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... Holy shit. Give me a second, guys. Feels like someone just dragged a knife across the front of my brain. Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godo? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godo number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I got on my mind right now. Mr. Trite? Oh, what? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, there must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake. A fake Damask? Fake Damask? That sounds so ridiculous. But I like it. Now before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof the person who did appear lowly... Sorry. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godo's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. So we're gonna have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. Is it this? What is this evidence supposed to- oh, fuck. When he stole the urn, his photo was taken, right? Who knows, maybe there's something on there that shows he's a fake. Photo we got from @me. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ha! Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us what it... Didn't you have like a brooch or something? It's right here, of course. You mean Master Mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't it the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem that I have with the security camera is the brooch on the Damask's chest. A breach. Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. A brooch, Your Honor. It's sort of clasp or holding one's cape on. Clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But the mask in the security camera photo... Ah. He has no brooch. The brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as a symbol. But the thief that broke into Lord Lee Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Damask is a fake. I've been fooled again! Poor Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now. You're a rock star. Get your game on. Go play. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godo, you deserve some blame on this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Huh. The brooch you're talking about? Do you mean this? Sphinx, don't look. You might get seduced. You might become super gay. Ah! That's Master Mask's brooch. Where'd you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. Excuse me, I got it at the crime scene. It was in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? You must mean the Amy Faye statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours, left pretty little hickeys on there too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Rhonda Light's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Godo, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. I mean, it appears to have torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Ha! You missed with the Godo. And you get burned. Yeah! Sorry. Ah, he's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. Proving your own incompetence. That's good enough. Doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring in the next witness into the courtroom. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? One second is one drip off the coffee pot. Let's hurry up. Silence. Oh, I can't wait to kick this guy's ass. Now I see, it's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zvari. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. Coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Ha. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Huh? Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atney, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. Violent. Heard on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. Detective Gumshoe is worth anything, that is. How is this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason. I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what the special monocle of yours witnessed. Wait, give me a second, guys. It's approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. You didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, it is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Oldtimer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but the king of thieves, the great Mask the Mask, my archenemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Alright, so 1 o'clock in the morning. So that'll be the 1 o'clock in the morning on the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse, near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it? Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. And he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely. That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. That's actually, that is actually kind of a reasonable point. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure on your pigeony head, that is. Damn. In any case, that's what my nemesis. Alright, break time. Alright, make sure. Have you eaten today? Have you eaten dinner? If you haven't eaten dinner, make sure you do so. Get some nutrients for your learning brain. And water. I've eaten. What did you have? Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? I'll eat my fucking ladyfingers. Okay. Sometimes I forget those are cookies. So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that he didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow, my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. Can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I don't think so, Sphinx. I've never seen squares need, yeah, words are hard. I hereby W.A. stunts. Just spread to turn the coward second first. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Oh, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. That's had a result be 10 orders of magnitude off. I don't know how much that is. That's 10 zeros. Okay, that's a yikes. Damn it, Sphinx. I wish you were in my bank every time I wanted to make a deposit. Just let me add a couple 10 zeros. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera at the ready. Captured this image perfectly. It should be sufficient, I believe. Well... Sorry. As long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Goto, do you have a problem with the photo? Good. Let's continue with the testimony. The doctor swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I woke, he was gone. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Huh. Well, sir lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Huh? Well, actually, yes. By a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory is because I have more brains to begin with. Not in court, not in court. You may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. Severed? Wow! In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless, and then... 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. Guess who has a paper due next Tuesday? What's the paper on? About this 30 minutes. My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. We got some data from the Nova explosions? Or for some Nova explosions. That sounds cool. Out of curiosity, I'm not sure if you've ever talked about this, but is there a specific aspect of astronomy you wanted to get into? Or astrophysics? I gotta do something with them. I suggested my group do some surface level analysis like the curve speed of decay. Ooh. I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, that's more than reasonable. You can come up to Canada. I believe they're working on a third Canadarm for the ISS. I don't know, I guess it's more engineering than astrophysics. Did you ever see the video of like the astronaut trying to like get his GoPro to work and then the GoPro just kind of floats off? Was it Canada in the next few years? I think you would like it. Although I would not come during the winter time. That's for damn sure. A lot of places are not prepped for the Canadian cold. Like they're thinking like, oh, I can't wait to go to like Canada and experience a winter, and then it's like basically hell froze over and they called it Canada. I'm sorry, there's a little kitty I have to go scratch. Give him kisses. No, he's asleep on the futon. And so he was dead asleep, so I just had to give his tiny little head some scratches. And then he woke up with a merp. And now he cleaned himself. Runs like a millimeter and all hell breaks loose. You know what's hilarious? Like, you can easily weed out the people who've come up from America into Canada, because there's like the 2 days of the first snowfall when all hell breaks loose. Because they'll be like, oh yeah, it's driving, normal driving. First snowfall, hundreds of people in ditches. The day after the first snowfall, driving normally. And then the occasional surge of accidents when it becomes like a blizzard or something. Made class even if we had water up to our knees. Well, learning is important. Your health is not. Sorry, I meant that entirely sarcastically. But it's always funny because like there was the one time a couple years ago where Texas down there had like a freak ice storm and like all the roads were closed and all the electricity were off. And of course I had to help out like several people because for some reason they had internet or something. I think it might have been like data or something. But they... Now Southerners chill with t-shirts while it rains. And Canadians walk around with shorts in the wintertime. But yeah, like I had to help like... Okay, so in case of emergency, if you start freezing off, get a ceramic pot and a candle. And that ceramic pot will become really hot and become a good space heater. Stash up on canned food and a can opener, manual one. And either salt or kitty litter to help de-ice driveways and roads. So there's some good tidbits for you guys if you ever have like snowstorms. Ceramic pots are your friends. Just as long as the ceramic pot doesn't snuff the flame. Usually there's enough like air holes. I don't think it ever snow in this noodle land. When you say noodle land, you mean Chile, correct? I mean, it's good to have the advice fix because you'll save yourself and other people. Because last thing you want to do is to like suffer through the cold. It can cause either muscular issues or like sickness. So if you can keep warmth up, then it'll be fine. Like we're too close to the coast or something. I mean, to be honest, it's even in Canada, like different parts of Canada have like different types of freak snow. Like in the prairies, it's all dry as hell. And like it's all powdery snow, but it's difficult to drive in. Here and eastwards, it's all wet snow, so it's heavy and slippery. There's a reason snow is rare except near the Antarctic Circle. Well, what's... Let me search something up quickly. Yeah, we're about 10. Where Toronto is 10 degrees more north than Santiago is south. So yeah, you're 33 degrees south. Toronto is 43 degrees north. Alright, anyways. I think he's saying that he was out cold. So what happened during the 30 minutes? What can I say, Your Honor? That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. So what is he going on about? Something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could you not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. That can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Now, which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Since the equator is at Ecuador, hilarious. That means South America is closer to the tropics than North America. Yeah. But I mean, at least it gives you a challenge, because if you want to face like true hellish cold and snow, you come up here. Although not even very many Canadians go to like Iqaluit or whatever, which is the capital of is the capital of Nunavut, which is one of the Northern Territories and probably the closest to the North Pole, I think. By the way, no matter what anybody says, Canada owns North Pole. Like it's funny because like we actually have, Canada Post has a, I know I keep getting off topic, but Canada Post has a special thing for kids across Canada, where if you, because our postal code is letter, number, letter, number, so it kind of alternates. So if during the Christmas holidays, you can actually send a letter to Santa at H0H0H0, and I believe it replies. I haven't done it myself personally, but I know it's a thing for that Canada Post does for kids of all ages. What temperature did you get, y'all? I mean, not too spicy. Highest usually in the summer times is around the 30s Celsius. But comfortably, we usually sit between 20 to 30. How about you? How's your summer? Well, I say summers, but the equivalents. Because, you know, hemispheres. I want to say... Okay, so I'm bringing up the brooch on this one because he did rip the thing off when yeah. Usually around 35 here in Santiago. It's not too terrible. Between 15 and 25 in the south. So comfortable temperatures at the very least. I say comfortable in the fact that I love the heat, so. Also, something I'm planning on doing in the future is for shits and giggles, winter grill dad, which I'm not going to put on my morph suit. I'm just going to put on the entirety of my winter outfits, scarf, toque, winter jacket, maybe snow pants if I can find any, and actually go grilling in the snow. I think it would just be funny, because I'll be bundled up and safe and warm, just. Yeah, because it's, while you're getting warmer down there, we're getting colder up here. Like, we started getting into negatives last week. Mr. Atme, could you please take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? That you're gonna boil alive while grilling? I mean, sure, I can try one day. Aha, this belongs to the criminal mastermind of my arch nemesis, Mask to Mask. It is in point of fact Mask to Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Oh, elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! You can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. Is the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Detective Atme, you must have fought with a thief that night. Why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No. Wait just a moment, Sir Old-Timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. You can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Oof. Witness, so you're now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, agree completely. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask to Mask? Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. Third crime. Something that I think is something that I think is neat as part of Ursa Major's called The Plow, Some Creatures, Some Cultures, and Big Dipper by Others. Oh, yeah. Ursa Majoris, The Plow, Big Dipper. What do you guys call it down there? Because up here a lot of people just call it Big Dipper. Big Dipper and Little Dipper. Or Small Dipper. In Spanish, if you want to say it in Spanish. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Did we call it anything other than Ursa Major, I think? Oh, okay. So you guys are well-educated folk, then. Excuse me, you don't see... Oh, right. I think that's a hemisphere thing, correct? I wonder if there's any constellations that you see that we don't see. What are some southern hemisphere only? The Crux. I know about some of them. Like I know the names of them, but just the only one I remember. Okay, so I have a question. In North America, we have something called the Northern Star or the North Star. Wait, no, I've seen Orion. I think I've seen Orion. So in North America, we have the Northern Star, which is basically anywhere in North America, you look at that star, you walk towards it, boom, you're heading north. Is there a Southern Star? Because we call Orion's belt the Trey Marlis. You use the Crux. Okay. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Yeah, I tried, Sphinx. You can't blame me. Oh, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That's not good. Oh, Sphinx, you completely missed it. Give me a second. I'm going to open Photoshop. Because I did one of the thumbnails today, and I want to show you. We have an absolute South Polaris like you guys do. Okie doke. We do, but it's weak as fuck. What is it called for you guys? I do not remember. Okie doke. Also, I'm going to send you a picture because I think you'll find it funny. It's one of the things I worked on today. That can't be good. Indeed, it is true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. And so I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. Sigma Octanus? That is a much cooler name than Polaris. Octanus. That sounds really cool. It is weak as fuck. Yeah, I don't blame you that you don't use it. It's just, it still has a cool name in my opinion. Have you ever seen, I know, have you seen, the Aurora? Because I know... Oh, wait, no, you don't get snow down there. I was gonna ask if you got, have you ever seen the Aurora Australis? How do you say that? Magellanic clouds? What are those? Something I'll take a trip to see them? Okie-doke. I would recommend it because it is... I've seen the Aurora Borealis at this time of year and this time of... sorry. No, I have seen the Aurora Borealis when I used to live in Manitoba, which is one of the province west of Ontario. I love the thumbnail. It is like an absolutely astonishing sight to behold. It wasn't super bright at the time, but like, it was just one of those things like, you just gotta thank nature for showing you something so amazing. First name of Polaris is the Alpha Ursae Minoris. Doesn't sound as fun. So I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable for when you were working on the computer. What should I do? Should I ask more questions? What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, a cat door as well. I hooked up heat detecting, infrared, and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Orley Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, you couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? I'm gonna go back and press again, but go for the other option. So that computer belonged to Orley Taylor as well? Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specially designed by me. Look at me. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? However, Look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. What does that mean? Discombobulated. Young people these days, they really irritate me. They all have perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was I saying? I love this judge. Jesus, better than the old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Actually, that thief had no idea that I, Luke Adme, was hiding in the area. Grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword, you mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shido. So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about yourself, witness? Your gentleman fights with only his own fists, but they were not enough. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring was, at my time, was that my arch nemesis, Master Mask. That's a real piece of work. First blow struck true, and bam, that's all she wrote. Can you tell us a little bit more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious. I assumed the at me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. You can see them on Punta Arena. What are you talking about, Sphinx? Are you talking about the Auroras? Or something else? So what is... Okay, you say Punta Arenas. Is that like... I feel like that's Spanish, but is it like an actual arena? Or is it like some other sort of structure or landmass? Southernmost region of Chile? Oh, okay. Well, you said you came from the south. Shouldn't be too much of a trek from there, right? It's like 20% of Chile? Oh, okay. And of course it was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? You were blinded. What was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light. It seemed to come from the statue of the woman. Statue of Amy Faye, I'm guessing. That wasn't very much help at all. What do you think, Nick? Like 12 hours by boat and 12 hours by land? Wow. Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah, what is it? This Look At Me guy. He's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. I'm gonna ask about the other one. What is this at me fighting style? Sir, that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it. That's the at me fighting style? And well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? It was very important. Of course it's important. We learned a detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. I thought I could see eyeballing me like that. It's creeping me out. Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret and we'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. Where's this third eye you were talking about? Oh, it's right between my left and right eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You might call it the forehead if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Sir Lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. Mr. Amy got hit on the forehead then. That's what he says. I got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. You got struck on the forehead. It's 20 plus hours by land from the south. Is that something is that something an astrophysicist would be interested in going to see? Because I feel like it's more just like a subtroposphere effect or something like that. From Santiago, it's like 3 days. Wow. You're studying magnetic fields or geomagnetic storms? I thought the auroras were a light refraction or reflection thing. That's why it's so common up here in the winter time. Because I believe it's light refraction with the snow. It is many things? Okay. Detective at me. Your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It's truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. There's a geomagnetic factor to it. Interesting. I have a question. I mean, what level of degree are you going with for astrophysics? Like, I wouldn't say, I don't know if PhD is an option, but like, things related to solar flares? Not from what I've heard. The main thing I've heard is that it's light reflection on snow or other precipitation. You know what? I think I'll do some research afterwards to see what it actually is. Alright. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. And my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item there. Aiming for a doctor? So a doctorate in astrophysics. That's impressive. How many years is it overall? From behind, huh? But just now you testify that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you hit on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Probably more specific than astrophysics. Well, what interests you the most then? Like, local astrophysics, far distant astrophysics? Around 7 to 10 years, damn. So far distance, like nebulas and shit, like interest you more? Like the whole end of the universe? Ooh. Kind of a dark way of thinking, but you know what? That's pretty cool. Would you ever, like, maybe you can design the, or help design the next, what should we call it? The Fixed Read telescope? The one that replaces either the Hubble or the James Webb. I think it's James Webb. I want to be a doctor in existential dread. I think that kind of thing could help actually put your mind at ease. You know? Like seeing the true scale of things. Sorry, give me a second here. just call it James Webb? Yes. Okay. So you're gonna invent the next one, which is the Sphinx Reed telescope. That will be able to. Hopefully, I'll get my undergraduate in astrophysics in 3 years, unless I pass some classes. No, I believe in you, dude. You're a smart fella. I do believe in you. All right. Sphinx, you've shown time and time again that you are like silly, albeit like back to kangaroo court. I was gonna say you are silly, but you are like a well-educated person. At least from the way you talk. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange thing part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. Damn his voice. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate. And yes, they even make mistakes. I may have a small asshole licking my foot and it's ticklish. Hey, hold on, it's not as pretty as that. Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually Mask the Mask. Yeah! Oh, is this the turnabout theme? I'm not sure how I feel about it. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He said he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. Picked up on clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask to Mask. But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Mask to Mask. The security camera belongs to the Lorelei Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under pretense of providing security. He simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. The ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? Aha. Master Mask Demo is pure genius, and so am I, Luke Atme, ace detective. Very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, sir, lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yeah, it's time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assume the thief's identity... Ow? Photo blend number 102. My personal favorite. He must be suffering from severe burns right now. Mr. Godot. Why does Godot have sex music? I don't know. I guess people just assume coffee goes with jazz. I don't know, if I'm ever gonna bedge a woman again, I'm gonna play this music and see what happens. The Ace Detective is actually an Ace Thief. I smell a best-selling movie. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. If I'm ever, I believe in you. Oh, we'll see. I have no faith in myself, manly. That's due to my ex fucking me up. Mentally, I mean. She always made me feel like I was always doing wrong. And I'm like, a large part of me still believes her. Like, I know I'm not a terrible person as she says I am, but it's still the part of I fucked up somehow, and I don't want to hurt anybody I'm gonna get into a relationship with, you know? I think you're dashing. You haven't seen what I look like, Sphinx. For all you know, I could be ugly as fuck. I mean, this is very possible, but have you considered therapy? Okay, so yes, I did have therapy in college, but I was still dating my ex at the time, and I don't think my therapist at the time told me ever to consider my options with my ex. And I have considered it now, but I have neither the finances nor the ability to go, you know? That's the one thing stopping me from a lot of things. It's one of the reasons why I'm so against myself. Is because of the past. I'm like a balance between logic and emotion. Like, a lot of my emotions are dictated off of logic. Like, I feel the way I do because of evidence that I've seen. That's fucked up that therapy is a fucking luxury. Exactly. Yeah, it's basically in Canada, the healthcare system that like everybody praises for being universal is basically only for the neck down. And if anything to do with dental or mental, you're fucked. You have to pay out of your own pocket, unless of course you got insurance somehow. When I'm a rich college professor, I will fund your therapy. Oh, I appreciate that. I hope when you're writing your thesis for your doctorate, you should just add a note that says, "Thank you to Final for being a green dumbass." And people would be like, "Who the fuck is this Final guy?" And then they'll search me up and be like, "Ugh," and instantly decline your thesis. And for that, I apologize. I apologize ahead of time if that's ever the case that happens. Alright. But Mr. Godo, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I love Phoenix's eyes in this. Also, the way, the angle of that cup to Phoenix's head, it is impressive at staying like that. Hello, Gumbo, how's it going? I'll admit for my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of the whole cloth. But it is in fact nothing more than a patchwork quilt. Mr. Trite? Does he have a secret horn there? No. If this detective really is a thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have, quickly. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Abby looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. Can I really do it? Decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Emmy is in fact... Anyways, Gumbo, how you doing? I want to say the camera data is possible yet. Apparently my sister is pregnant. Really? Is that a good thing? Alright, let's save. I don't know, ask her. I have no way to, bud. Uncle Wallace. Fuck. I want to say yes. As usual, the defense comes prepared, Your Honor. Very well then. Let's see what you've got. These present proof that Master Mask is actually Mr. Luke Adamy. Okay, no. My brother told me in the way that, like, you were going to be uncle, and I asked, are you pregnant? So, okay, so my question is your sister in a position to, like, properly raise a child? No, thanks, I'm fine, really. Proof, of course. I've got nothing. Ha! Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up no matter how, hold his head up high no matter how bad things get after all. Yeah. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. It's no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? Okay, Gumbo. Here's a question for you then. Do you talk with the sister much? I can't think of a counterattack at all. Seems a cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Goto, if you have anything further to add, then... Oh, who? Oh shit. Who are you? A better doctor? Oh, okay. That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy. The thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, that's the sacred urn. Nick, it's the urn. Order. You, madame. That urn, where'd you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Desi, you're the best. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? Even you're gonna have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Ha, pathetic. Mr. Goto, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved? Forecasting aspirations at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight. Is that correct? Yes, what about it? Ha. How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As a wife of the criminal, could you not have discovered... You could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It really doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. Was this coffee gray? No, it was brown. Well, he doesn't put any creamer or shit in it, so I can never stand black coffee. I find it overly bitter. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madame. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more can only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Miss Delight. Please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I gotta prove that the urn was actually in the Atme detective agencies. Show fingerprints on the urn, because I touched it, right? I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you going to do now? I'm sure someone must have left fingerprints on it. Oh, yes. In Gumbo, you'll see soon. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on this urn. It should be mine, right? So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyways? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a second, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time. But I did touch what was inside. But what? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, it proves that the urn was in Detective Abney's office. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibit, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on that would... on it afterward... sorry. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was... yesterday, at the Atme Detective Agency. Ah. This blend, Goto blend number 107. I decided it's a little too bitter after all. Oh shit, I broke his mask. What, a Phoenix stole it? Fuck. Order, order, order. I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait. Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I finally broke... Is he gonna pin the blame on me now? Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I'm the one and only mask to mask. Haha, I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Well, Mr. Goto, what's Mr. Abney's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah. I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. Court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Oh, son of a bitch. Why couldn't you have kept your fucking mouth shut? Fuck. Fuck. Oh, this is beyond aggravating. You're wrong. Wrong, I tell you. I mean... Not exactly wrong so much, but not exactly right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures? It's me. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. Holy shit. I don't know what kind of kangaroo court. Sphinx, didn't you use this term earlier? Kangaroo court? I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but... The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judge. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Oh, here's a sex music gumbo. Mr. Godo, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ha! Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir? If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Master Mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'd be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. Kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay, then talk. We're all listening. Well, let's all have a listen to this confession. The truth is, I've been masked to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually masked to mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night of the urn was stolen after all. Yes, you do. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and got it torn off. That's all. I don't even know if I want to fight this. I already know, like, the... Oh, boy. And I don't like the direction this trial's taken. This is how every trial goes. At least with me, anyway. Ha. You're doing great. Hehehe. Stop it, Mr. Godo. You're embarrassing me. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through with this flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true mask to mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Godo. I'll do my best. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. I feel the same, Phoenix. How does Phoenix find clients like this? This guy's wife told Phoenix to defend him. I'm surprised the wife didn't pipe up and tell him to shut the fuck up. You know? You may think you're the real Master Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Dusty yet, about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I got my reasons. The way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it? Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. You two are adorable. You know what? I'm gonna fucking. I'm gonna post this in the quotes channel. What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. Second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals. In this case, then why did you ever start theming to begin with? Oh, Desi's crazy about shopping. She is a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Desi-holic. Yeah, 23rd of November, I still see that. First of all, Gumbo, you're off by 2 days. Well, I guess one day. You're off by 1 day. Why did you say bitch? It's the 21st where I am, it'll be the 22nd where you are. So you do have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. Please continue with your testimony. I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know that you're the real Master Mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Because you're the one making outrageous claim for a change? Come on, Nick. You know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. Some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly... Why doesn't he just say the costumes in my wardrobe? Eh. You got no alibi? I've been a judge for a long time. That's the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi. But I tell you I wasn't Laura Lee Taylor that night. No. That's too vague even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse. Hold on. What is it, Nick? What was Ron Delight when the crime happened anyway? To prove you had an alibi after all, this case will be a piece of cake. Well, you're right, but... Ha! You can prove that. Wake up and smell a coffee. Oh, well, maybe maybe I can. Mr. Red, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi? Yes. I have the evidence. Or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie? Oh. I've never seen you this angry before. I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic. I thought I was more confident than angry. Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show to this court the evidence that proves your client was, where your client was on the night of the crime. Mr. Delight, this all belongs to you, correct? I agree, Sphinx. I'm just trying to hold in my rage right now. Ah, yes it does. I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. Also, I found out something about this game. So that there's different fictional countries of this game. And like this game cannot make the difference between if it's based in Japan or if it's based in the States. So you guys want to know what this country is called? Like the country that these trials are happening in right now? Actually, Sphinx was kind of close on this one. It's Japanifornia. Which is really, really weird seeing as California is not a country, and yet that sounds horny. You know Californians are always horny. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. You thinking of Californication? Yeah. Japanifornication. That would have been a okay. Evidence. Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. No! So the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, and that proves he had a watertight alibi. Furthermore, considering the distance between Lorley Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry, anyway. Well, Mr. Godo, do you have anything to say? Stop drinking that coffee. Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. Gumbo, it's a song. Californication is a song. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godo. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it, I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Look, that's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there, not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight. Probably you dropped your wallets when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The keycard to KB Security's CEO office. No. Ha. That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Oh, well, Mr. Wright, looks like you need some more evidence after all. Stupid kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's... What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yes, basically it says bring $50,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, right? At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO's office, a full half hour away from the scene of the crime. No. Man just chugged a whole cup of hot coffee. He's incinerating his throat. Order. So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. Looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge. But to me... Well, let's just say that my Godo Blend 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Eh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. Plan the defendant to enter the CEO's office, which will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There's someone else who can testify. The person who can testify that the keycard was used at 1 AM that night. We're really gonna have to pull the butts. Who is this useless looking young man? I love that uselessly looking. You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. Oh, thank you for the hydrating posture check. Ow. Alright, it's you! Here, Sicko. Apparently, I'm not sure if if it's this game or some other game, but apparently this judge has a Canadian cousin or something. I can't wait to pull him out. Yeah, not exactly. Just looking at this picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. You guys will see. I'm not sure if we've come across him yet or not. Probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh? The question at hand is, this keycard. Yep, that's the keycard that's used in the building at work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room every time you use that card. It leaves a record. It tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth by analyzing this keycard's data. Whack! Well, Mr. Godo, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I wasn't able to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here. So what does it show? Yeah, it's one of my favorite tropes too, Gumbo. Just a comedic. Each keycard has its own serial number and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 AM in the morning of the crime. Well, that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Damask in this photo. Ha! It looks like you're right. You meant to seem enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. Prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be mask to mask. Good job, you did it, Nick. That's enough. Came perilously close to the besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. What's wrong, Your Honor? Ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, Court is now adjourned. I, for some reason, genuinely thought, like, we were going to be hit with a, just kidding, now he's being framed for murder. Nick, you did it. You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy. Oh, Mr. Light. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Mr. Light. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, pearls. I've got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Why are there only two browser choices, either fur or metal? What the fuck are you talking about, Gumbo? Oh, you mean Firefox and Chrome. Fuck off. Well, don't forget musical. And don't forget Opera. Because now they have Opera GX, which apparently is really good. I don't think Opera is Chromium based. Oh, okay, apparently it is. And actually, Sphinx, you're completely right. It sits 2 layers deep. Opera GX is a modified version of the standard Opera browser, which is in turn based off of Chromium. Yeah, but nobody gives a righteous shit about Linux. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, you're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself. Ouch, she slapped me. Pearly? This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick. Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. No, you've got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you. Ow. A double slap. Every single browser debate I see is just, I don't want to use Chrome because Google. The replies are just Chrome. Or Firefox. To be honest, I see nothing wrong with, like, Chromium, personally. It's just, Chrome itself is a fucking bitch for resources. You know what I mean? Isn't Chromium trying to fuck over ad blockers? No, just YouTube. Isn't the entirety of Chromium? Apparently the people behind Opera GX are trying to, like, find ways around that kind of shit. Oh, Christ. To be honest, I hate ads with a passion. Like, it'd be fine if it was like a skippable ad every time. But, like, I like Opera as a company. Okay, so I'm interested to hear this, but, like, Why? They're updating something that will unsupport ad blocks. Oh, they've already started slowly getting there, Gumbo. But I'm apparently Opera, from what I've seen on their Twitter, Opera GX is fighting back. So they might be coming up with something outside, or they might be modifying something so they're no longer using Chromium or something like that. They've done some shady shit. Okay, this is new. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. Actually, it was you, Mr. Lights, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case... Why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? Personally, I hate the huge corporation acting cool and relatable. Gumbo, to be honest, I'd rather that than the corporations with the cold shoulder just for shits and giggles. You know, like Coke, for example. Like Coke having these, like, ads then, like... Because, like, Coke actually had, like, AI-generated flavor or something like that. But if Opera GX on Twitter is making memes that I can actually laugh at every so often, then yeah, sure. Because apparently, like, even Opera GX fucking jumped on Dream's neck after that. I'm not sure, well, you guys don't use Twitter, you guys probably won't know about this shit. Anyways, Dream got himself into shit again. And I think got fucking, like, destroyed by the voice actor for Gumball. This is entirely in German? Have you seen the blackmail tried? Yeah, I saw that. And yeah, I did, although I don't agree with his language. But like... I mean, I do have a translator on my computer, but just I wasn't sure if it was intentional for German until I saw your message. Hi, tiny boy. There's a small asshole. Good boy. Oh, someone's super cuddly right now. Elohim. And because Sphinx asked earlier. Oh, he started purring. Sphinx, you have made a cat happy. Anyhow, let's finish this part. What is it, honey? Oh, I clicked off. I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But thing is, come on, give this kid some time. He's just got a little touch out of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Goto, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. You should learn my name before you start calling me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. Oh, no. Kane Bullard? I've never heard that name before. Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, buddy? The estimated time of death was 1 AM on October 12th. Aw, shit. 1 AM on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on, you figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out, what? October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron DeLight was in the CEO's office. The scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Yeah, Sphinx. Yeah, I've kind of figured. I was hoping this would be like a thing just entirely about like stealing, but like I guess everything we deal with is fucking murder. Ron DeLight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security. Looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is gonna be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. But I am a thief, I tell you. Ron DeLight, you're going back to prison again. The blackmail video of drunk Gumball Dream said, I have ADHD too. To Gumball in response, he says, right, but you said this. Oh yeah, right, but you said this is what the math. Oh, this is what the mask is. So I think you're, yeah. I remember seeing that video and like, I've seen so many people animate that that clip, but like using like the Gumball like character. Ron DeLight, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. Oh, if Sphinx it is. There's also apparently like, I don't know if it corroborates, but like Dream has like images of bruises and shit from Gumball beating his ass. It's, he says that the pictures are different, but I'm not entirely sure. And apparently Dream is going to make an entire video of this. And I bet you he's going to try to get his community to fucking go after another person. Because, you know, Dream has this toxic fucking use of his entire community to fucking do whatever the fuck he wants. If I told you guys to go murder somebody, I hope that you would have at least some sort of head on your shoulders to not fucking listen to me. But apparently some people are so dog shit blind stupid to fucking YouTube celebrities. Sorry. Kind of got ranty there. Dream is just deranged. I'm glad people are clowning on him. Oh, I'm glad too. Oh yeah, and he's apparently Dream might be getting in trouble with the police soon. On a more recent note. Some clowns can't set fucking boundaries. Exactly. Like I'll message me Sphinx and I'll explain more about it. But as much as I say, like, I clown on people like Yandere, for example, I'm not gonna tell you guys to go fucking hate rate him. Like he's gone through enough of that shit as is anyways. And there's realistically no point to it. You guys should be treating each other with respect. Yeah, we can clown on people, but that's not like fucking going ahead and ruining his life. People can ruin their own lives in their own time. You know what I mean? Oh well. What? This is impossible. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? Fucking sex music, yeah. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. Time to sloppy kisses. Nick. With that music, Goto's probably like, you're talking an awful lot of shit for somebody within copying distance. I'm sorry for making that joke. Shit. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Yeah, Ronnie! I'm bad at voices. Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? To be continued. Let's see if I don't remember the jingle at all. Okay. Anyways, this is where I end. At least for the day. I'm just gonna... So I'm just leaving a note for myself. Good job, Sphinx. You fucked up. And you didn't even do the right command afterwards. Excuse me. Hold on, give me a second here. Window capture. No, not window capture. Do I have screen capture? You know what? Fuck it. Do we have OBS? We do not. You know what? If that's the case, time to fucking shame a moderator. File, save as. New image. Browse. Downloads. At capture. Wow, look at that chat. He misspelled Discord. I'm sorry, Spix. This is bullying the Soul Spanish mod. I'm sorry, but bullying is spelled with a Y. I'm sorry. You're just digging yourself deeper. I'm gonna bully you for turning off your ad block on YouTube. What a nerd. Is there a way to bypass ads? I mean, I have Origin, so fuck you and your morning stream. I was just bored. I refuse to use Firefox. I cannot stand that shit for some reason. Like it just doesn't click with me for some reason. I don't get why. Anyway, let's see who's live. I'm sure there'll be a war against it. I know ad blockers are at least doubling back on it just to fuck up because ad blockers are also very good for like preventing like dangerous pop-ups and shit, so anyways, you ruined my streak. Sounds like a skill issue. Let's see, is there anybody on? Just trying to see if there's anybody like new that I can try to raid. There's somebody who speaks Spanish, but that would only like apply to Fix. Why? Just because there was a Spanish stream? Nobody else would be able to understand. Unless it was... Who was it earlier? It was Bait, I think, that was Argentinian. Oh, for the skill issue? Oh, okay. Let's see. Final Fantasy, Fortnite, Liza P. Just chatting. That person had a rule that said no being no dirty jokes, and I know Gumbo would instantly fucking get himself banned. No, none of that. Hey, you guys want to go to ear licking ASMR? Sphinx, I know each country has their rivalries. Argentina would probably call Chile a trash fire as well. Genshin Impact. Teamfight Tactics. There are a lot of people who play League of Legends. I don't understand how anybody can play that so much. Half my new friends play League. I had a ton of friends in college who played League, but the amount of death threats they yelled at each other in the fucking commons room. Like, I'm surprised we didn't get fucking told off. Like, the main reason I stopped playing League years ago was fucking because, like, I was just playing just... I like to play casual shitpost. Like, I don't care if I win or lose as long as I can build like an absolutely dogshit stupid build. And of course my friend just goes, Paul, you fucking moron. Like, and I don't remember the death threat, but it was along the lines of like bludgeoning me or something like that. I tried the tutorial and found it lame as fuck. I'm just not seeing anybody good. Whoa, sorry. Fuck, now my nose hurts. No, it's all right. You know what? I'm just gonna call it quits. I don't know if I want to raid anymore. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good night. Or day, depending on where you're from. Yeah, I'll try Gumbo, but I mean my nights have been restless as of late. Either waking up by nightmare or something like that. But that's a common thing. Anyhow, I hope everybody takes care. Drink water, eat, sleep. Take your medicine if you need to take any. And I apologize. Have a good night.